In this tutorial, we're going to look at the logic behind organisational tree inheritance and the rules around how entities, departments, positions and employees work. Now, most users won't have access to this area of Newbird, but for those that do, understanding how the tree functions and its restrictions is really important. So this is the screen that we're going to look at today. You'll find it under the Human Resources tab along the top here, and then in the drop-down, select Organisational Tree. Before we get into an example, let's first look at the concept in simple terms using a diagram I've got here. Now, this is the entity or main business. The green line represents what's allowed and the red line's what's not allowed. For an example, an entity can have a department can have a position, and a position can have an employee assigned, as you see here. An entity can have a sub-entity can have a department, and that department can have positions that have employees. That department, though, cannot have its own entities or employees. Likewise, if you follow the green path down the middle of the tree to the end, an employee can't have a sub-employee, entity, department or position assigned. This hierarchy is key to inheritance. It means that if, for example, a task is assigned to a department, then every sub-department, position, sub-position employee is assigned that task too, just like our diagram shows us. Whatever level of the tree the task is assigned to, anyone below that level in the tree is automatically assigned to it too. The same goes for call sheets or anything else in Newbird that can be assigned. Let's look at a working example back here on the Organisational Tree homepage. You can see here that we have our root entity. These buttons over to the right here show me what can be added to that entity. As I move along this existing tree, you can see the various entries that have been added. This is a simple example of an organisational tree. As we know, structures can be complex, but if you understand the basics, you'll be able to build on them. We have many training videos dedicated to the organisation tree, so be sure to tune in so you can expand your knowledge of how the organisational tree in Newbird actually works.